My name's Kieron. I'm Director at Knightwood Arborists. We're tree surgeons, so we cover all aspects of tree surgery across the northwest. We cover Chester, Liverpool, North Wales. We cover Sefton, St Helens, and we also cover the Wirral.
How long have you been with Leadseveryday?
Been with Leadseveryday for like just over a year now.
How did you first hear about Leadseveryday?
I was actually team leader for another company that used Leadseveryday. I was getting the phone calls through my phone, so I knew that the system worked.
What made you come on board with us?
Discussed all these different things, what was going to be right for myself, and then we came up with something and we went ahead with it.
How were you generating business before you joined us?
Just organically. So like anyone, I did what I needed to do when I set up the company. Went round, delivered leaflets, and tried to grow the business on social media. Trying to build word of mouth. That was the only source that we had. So initially, that was what it was like.
How does that compare now that you're with us?
It's a lot more than just generating a lead. Not only does it give you company exposure, but it gives you long-standing business relationships and also platonic relationships as well, which will help you grow in the future. It's much wider than just price per lead.
Could you describe how our service works?
It's quite simple. You get quoted your number of leads. You get delivered your number of leads. It comes through to a mobile phone of your choice, to an email of your choice, and then it's up to you to do the groundwork to get the working.
How easy was it to get started with Leadseveryday?
Super easy. Super easy.
How would you say your business was going before joining us?
I mean, to be honest, when we started, things were pretty slow. Like it is for any tree surgery company. I think a general expectation for a tree company is you need a few years before you get any sort of traction, especially with building word of mouth and things like that. And then as we progressed and we decided we were going to go with Leadseveryday, you know, tenfold, it just comes in, and it was exactly what we needed. And since then, we've grown the company organically. We've got a lot of repeat custom. We've got a lot of exposure, and you know, a lot of that is thanks to Leadseveryday.
What were your thoughts when we first explained how much it cost?
Think like everybody would, every business owner looks at that price and they go, it's a lot of money, a lot of hard-earned money, especially in what we do. It's scary, but then when you take the leap of faith and it works out, you know, it's pennies. I mean, I've run a few campaigns now with Leadseveryday, but on the front of it, for one campaign, it's a day's work.
How many jobs do you do on average a week off the back of our service?
So it varies per week. Obviously, it depends. It depends on what's going on, if it's half term, if the kids are in, if there's any commercial projects knocking about in the areas that we cover. It certainly depends on a few things, but I've had as many as like a full week on just Leadseveryday's work. Obviously, we've got to do the work as well to get it in. We have to go and contact the customer, speak to the customer, give them the price, make sure they like us. So there's a lot of that involved in it as well. However, to get you into the door, yeah, I've had full weeks, full months off Leadseveryday.
And how many jobs do you sort of do in a day, or can you get done in a day?
You can do as many as 5 or 6, but they're small jobs. You know, you can. We'll vary between 1, 2, 3. It just depends. Whatever we can get done, how big it is, just totally depends on what comes through.
How much additional revenue would you say you gain a month? You can do it a year if you want.
200k a year.
And roughly how much do you spend with us each month?
Almost 3 grand.
How has this revenue changed your business?
Dramatically, it's allowed us to upsize. We've got, you know, 2 vehicles, stump grinder, chipper. You know, we're looking at more equipment currently. You know, we're looking at pushing into more than just a couple teams. So, you know, it changes it in a way that extra revenue allows you to use your organic work as one team and then follow on with the non-organic stuff. But that stuff that does come through turns into organic stuff anyway. Because like I said, the relationships that you're building, the repeat custom that you're receiving, it all comes off the back of this. It's just about getting into the door and getting there in the first place and winning the work. Once you've done that, the results after that is not just about receiving the money off the job and doing a good job. You know, it's not all about money. Obviously, we want to build a good reputation, but it's that reputation which you build, which then propels your company forward, which then year on year, that revenue will continue to grow. you know, not necessarily the leads, but the work and the reputation.
So how big was your team when you first started out?
Just me and another lad, yeah.
Do you think that you would have grown as quickly without Leads every day?
Not a chance.
What part will we play in your future?
There's not, at the moment, someone that covers every single area in the UK. I think we'll do it.
Can you see that taking longer without us to do then?
Yeah, it's impossible, yeah, because it's the exposure. Like, I spend 7 days a week on my business, 7 days a week doing invoices, quoting jobs, kit maintenance, project management, speaking to clients. These are all things that fill up my week. I don't have 7 days to spend on marketing, and that's what Leads Every Day is. It's someone who can take care of my marketing, hand it over to them, and I pay them a price, and they deliver. I suppose the biggest thing for me is transparency. So, like tree surgery anywhere in the UK at the moment, in the winter months, you do tend to go a little more quiet. You know, Christmas and New Year and things like that. If you want to pause your campaign to save the money whilst you can, you can. And that, to me, coming from, you know, so to speak, a salesman, is something I didn't see before in the industry. Because I've spoken to a lot of salesmen, and it's all talk. If it's not right for you, you can stop. But, you know, as soon as you get into the busier months, it steamrolls. And that's where the value is. You know, if you quoted 40, 50 leads, whatever it is you quoted per month, and then you don't actually end up getting your 40, 50 leads in the winter, well, in the summer you could have had 70. So overall, it does balance itself out. And per year, you know, we're a very happy customer, and we've got a long-term working relationship with Leads Every Day.
So what are your goals over the next 2 years?
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. A few big contracts, and then push our expansion in terms of locations.
Do you think that will take longer to achieve without us?
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't compare organic growth to lead generation, but and as much as it is lead generation, like I said, the results that you're getting from it are not just leads. When you go and convert the work, and you win the work, and you do well with the work, and you build a good reputation, you're building relationships, you're building a company standing, a company foothold in the community. It's more than just a lead.
What would you say the biggest job is that you've done?
We've definitely got a big job since being with Leads Every Day. You're talking tens of thousands. It's mainly like roadside stuff, street side stuff, you know, big rural areas.
How would you say Leads Every Day has helped you?
Probably the long and short of it is it's changed our lives as a company, but you know, for me as well. I think a lot of it was the confidence to go and do it.
What are some of the ups and downs of running a business?
Sleepless nights, no dinner. You know, you do get a lot of those. It comes with running a business, but knowing what value you hold with your working relationships with people like Leads Every Day, with customers that you already do work for, that's what keeps you going.
Would you recommend Leads Every Day to other business owners?
Don't even think about it. Just do it.
What would you say to people who are thinking about joining Leads Every Day, but they might be sceptical about it or not sure whether to sign up? What advice would you give them?
Part of business is taking risks, and if you can't take risks, then you'll never get past the majority of what we see in our economy today, which is small businesses. And respect to everybody who runs a business, but look, taking risks is a part of becoming successful, and you know, I have myself to thank for taking risks with this, and it's worked out in the end.
What do you think of our customer service and your account manager?
Really good. Everyone's super nice. Guys there are great, super helpful. Never made a mistake.